This is Formula for Everyday podcast. I am your host, Lawrence Nkwocha, and this is a very wonderful day. Monday evening, basically. I'm streaming live from Lagos, Nigeria. This is West African time, for about 14 minutes to the hour of 6. So I'm so glad to be before you this evening. And this evening, we'll be discussing an interesting topic. It's a topic about confidence, how to build your confidence, and how to ensure that the confidence is sustained. Confidence is a real issue in our world today, and a lot of people are not able to, express confidence in a way um, that is sustainable for them to get exactly what they want in life. And if you must be able to sell your ideas, if you must be able to, sell your thoughts, if you must be able to sell your products or services, you have to have absolute confidence in what you are trying to sell. So that's one of the things I'll be talking about. I will just be um, suggesting ways that you can be able to build your self confidence. So this is Formula for Everyday podcast, and my name is Lawrence Nkwocha. I show up here every morning and evening, to discuss personal development topics and how you can get better on a personal level. You know, um, I enjoy talking about personal development topics because I believe each and every one of us must get better every single day. We have the opportunity and the resources to get better and be the best of what we can be. And if you are able to add the 1% to your improvement every single day, then by the end of the year you would have gotten over 300% better as a person. So yeah, that's exactly why I come here every morning to every morning and evening to do this live and discuss these personal development topics with you. Thank you very much for joining in. And if you have your question, you can always engage me in the chat. As soon as I see it, I will also engage you and we'll talk about it. So, first of all, you need to understand that confidence comes from a place of evidence. You need to build something to show that you are confident at what you do. And you see, the confidence you build from evidence is something that you can see and touch. And affirmations, I mean, I have a number of affirmations that I repeat to myself every morning, like the uncommon man affirmation. I have a couple of affirmations I continue to repeat to myself every morning, and it helps me to feel good about myself, and it rewires my brain chemistry to be on point. But the actual confidence comes from building with evidence. See, affirmations may give us the direction we need to start our day, to continue going on. There's an affirmation I've been repeating since 2023. Affirmations are very good, but even more importantly is the evidence you build from the work that you've done. That's why execution is very important. And when you come down to believing in yourself, the faith you build is from the works you've done. Okay, so affirmations are good. Like I mentioned, there's this uncommon affirmation. In fact, I even know it by heart. I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon if I can. I choose opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be kept citizen, humbled and adored by having the state look after me. I want to take calculated risks, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for a door. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and to act for myself, to enjoy the benefits of my creations, face the world boldly and say, this with God's help I've done. And all this is what it means to be an entrepreneur. I have a lot of affirmations by heart. Affirmations are good. They give you the direction. They help you to reprogram your mind. They help you to, build that your internal software to give you the direction you need for your life. But even more than affirmations, you need to build evidence. You need to do work. And when you do work, you'll be more confident. You see, that's how you build confidence. So the second point I'll be sharing with you this evening is that work creates receipts. It's very important for you to do work, because when you do the work, the receipt it gives to you is the confidence that you build from. Okay, so it creates a muscle memory. if you're able to show up every day, and the funny thing about confidence is that once you stop putting in the work, your confidence begins to deplete. So that's why you should never miss too many days of training. You should never miss too many days of personal development. You should never miss even too many days of your work, because the moment you stop putting in the work, that's when your confidence begins to deplete. So work produces receipt. And as you continue to do this work, you start getting more and more confident, because it's building a muscle memory in your mind, and your subconsciousness continues to inform you that, okay, you are who you say you are. Okay. So the next thing I'll be sharing is that confidence is highly maintenance dependent. So you need to continue to maintain your confidence, because, like I mentioned earlier, if you stop doing what you said you are going to do, or you stop creating evidence for who you think you should be, your confidence begins to deplete. And the kind of work you do is highly dependent on how much confidence you're able to build in yourself, because the more results you continue to show, I mean, you definitely encounter so many challenges. I mean, even in my work as a video editor, there are some works that I get from clients, and I begin to think to myself, okay, how exactly can I achieve this? But when I go through my library or my portfolio, I see some similar works I've done, some even more challenging jobs that I've done. And I just tell myself, yes, I can be able to do this. And that's exactly how you build confidence. You see, confidence is good for you to separate your confidence from your self-esteem, because your self-esteem says that you're enough, you're a good person, you have good intentions. That's good self-esteem. But when it comes to confidence, it's built on the work you do. And that's why you need to consistently do meaningful and purposeful work that is going to be beneficial to both you and those around you. Okay. So every day is not a good day. Honestly, some days are not as great. I mean, I can even say this for myself, that today hasn't just been the most amazing of days, and I didn't feel like doing the work that I've promised myself that I'm going to do today. But I have to show up anyway, because when you push through to work even in the uncomfortable days, then you will now realize that those are the days that make the difference. They make all the difference in the entire world of building your confidence, because you know that even when it was less than ideal, you were able to show up and do what you promised yourself to do. That's the entire difference. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for engaging. Yeah, if you have any question, you can always ask. Thank you, Obiagili. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so if you have the confidence to show up in the days that it is less than ideal, then you'll be able to, build that confidence that would make you stand out. So you separate your confidence from your self-esteem, because your self-esteem is one thing and your self-confidence is another. Your self-esteem may be dependent on the your subconscious, what you've told yourself that you are and who you really are. But your confidence is always built on evidence. It's built on the work that you've done. And it's very important, because I like the quote. I saw a quote yesterday that was very inspiring to me, from Albert Einstein. He said the one of the greatest forces on earth is the force of compound interest. One of the greatest forces in the universe is the force of compound interest. Compound interest is very powerful, because everything compounds. Everything compounds. Check it out in your relationship, in your work, in your business. Everything, it compounds. And if you're able to understand that the concept of compound interest is huge, then you know exactly why a lot of people have more confidence than others. Like I mentioned earlier, today has not been very ideal for me. In fact, I shouldn't be doing this live, but because of I've promised myself, and I know that I'll feel better after doing this. That is the reason why I'm doing it. Okay. The same thing happens when it comes to training. If you want to lose weight and you promised yourself that you are going to put in the rep every single day, show up to the gym, or even in your house, you fall on the mat, you do that push up, you do those calisthenics, you're building evidence of work. And when you consistently build that evidence, let me give you a very short hack of what I do. I have a to-do list of things that I've written down, every single day, that I've told myself that I'm going to do. So what I do is that as I go through those things, I mark them, and that's evidence because your brain is visual. When you continue to see evidence of the things you've done in a day, it continues to boost your confidence. You know that okay, you've been able to do one, two, three things in a day. It just continues to boost your confidence and gives you that courage that okay, because of the fact that you've been able to achieve three things, you can be able to achieve the 10 things that you set for yourself to achieve in a day. Okay, so confidence is highly maintenance dependent. It's something you have to build every day. I mean, the work of yesterday can give you the boost you need to start today's work, but it's not enough because you have to also build something today so that it can sustain you for tomorrow. Okay, so as soon as you stop doing what you set out to do, doubt begins to grow. And as you stop practicing, you begin to even develop insecurity because you begin to doubt yourself. You're no longer sure if you can familiarize yourself with that terrain, if you can get exactly what you've been training for. Okay, so I love this story from the coach from some of these elite athletes, like someone like Steph Curry. Steph Curry shoots 500 basketball shots every day. Now imagine this: it's practice. 500, one, two, three, 500 shots every single day. This guy drops it into the net as a practice. It's not even the main. It's not even the main game. He's practicing every day with 500 shots. So these are some very inspiring things you see from the world of athletics that will inspire you. What exactly do you want to be? What exactly have you set out for yourself in this year that you are going to do? I mean, we're almost 60 days gone in the year. How much of practice have you done in the past 52, 53 days to reinforce that habit in yourself? Have you built enough evidence to confidently say that you are who you say you are? Okay, so these are some of the things you need to consider and take into consideration. So language, as I mentioned earlier, is a very powerful thing. I believe so much in affirmations. I believe in what you say to yourself consistently and on a regular basis, because language is the first point of thought. As you continue to say things to yourself, you begin to repeat it to your subconsciousness, and that's the subconsciousness that directs your consciousness. So it's important that you say good things to yourself in form of affirmations. You write good things to yourself. You even write them down, because I have a couple of affirmations I repeat every single day. I repeat them every day just to prove to myself that I am who I say I am. But that's not enough. You need to show work. I love that best-selling book by Napoleon Hill. It's one of my best books, Think and Grow Rich. But the fact still remains that it's not enough to just think. You need to show workings. I mean, my Nigerian people say show workings. You need to build evidence about who you say you are. Are you truly the salesman that you say you are? How many people have you been able to sell to? If you say you're a content creator, how many contents have you been able to make in the last 30 days? I mean, can you point to an evidence of who you say you are? If you say you're a musician, when last did you make music? When last did you drop a song? Did you practice today? So these are some of the important considerations and practices, and that's the advantage of habits, because habits set a system that you are able to check your progression in the area of your career, in the area of your calling, in the area of your purpose. Okay, so the next thing we'll be looking at is that you need to stop convincing yourself and instead start building evidence. You need to just stop convincing yourself that you are who you say you are, and you need to start building evidence. Step out and walk. The most interesting thing about this confidence thing is that no matter how little the work is, no matter how little the work is, like I mentioned earlier from that quote in that Albert Einstein said, he said the most interesting factor, or the most interesting force on in the universe is compound interest, because little drops of sand is what will make the whole surrounding of sand. Then we have little drops of water make the mighty ocean. It's from the little things that you do and you continue to accumulate every single day, that builds evidence of who you actually say you are. Okay, so you need to look at, wherever it is you want to become, wherever it is you want to be. I mean, I love talking about personal development, and how everybody can take one simple thing and grow every single day. And this is part of my evidence I need to build every single day. And I know that when I stack it over time, it becomes a very huge portfolio of work. I don't know what it is for you in your own area of calling. You can just break down your action steps into the most, the smallest thing that you can, pick and start doing today, so that you continue to repeat it over and over and again until it reinforces in your mind that you are who you say you are. Okay, you need to build evidence. If you say you're a filmmaker, how much of film content do you have? How much of film content can you point to say, okay, this is what I've actually done? And because of this that you've done, you can confidently say to anybody that you're a filmmaker. Remember that we may hope to do the better things tomorrow, but the best things are done today. The most important thing is that you look around you, you look, beside you. You have to move from a place of, you have to move to a place of resourcefulness, not just seeking for extra resources, but with what you have, how far can you go? How much of confidence can you build? How much of evidence can you build? Okay, because tomorrow, it's sure that tomorrow is going to be better. Tomorrow is definitely going to be a brighter day. But with what you have today, how much are you preparing for tomorrow? Because the opportunities will come, the chances will come, that you will get your limelight moments on the stage to prove to people that you are who you say you are. But how much of preparation are you doing today to take opportunity, to take maximum chance when you actually get the opportunity to show yourself? Okay, so these are the things you need to consistently think about in your mind. And it starts with execution. It starts with execution. You need to make a plan for yourself on exactly how you can begin to carry out your activities and build evidence for who you say you are. Okay, I really, really love this quote, and I would really love anybody that's watching, this live, to always remember that we may hope to do better things tomorrow, but the best of the best things are done today. Look at what you have around you. How can you make the most of it? And begin to, put it to the best use possible. Become as become as resourceful as you can be. Don't just always keep seeking for new resources that you can add to what you have, but build the evidence from what you have around you. Continue to build evidence. The truth is that the most remarkable work is usually boring. It's very boring. It's very boring sometimes to rehearse. You are rehearsing. I gave an instance of someone like Steph Curry. Imagine throwing 500 shots of practice every single day without fail. And he has been doing it throughout his career. And now he's even the best three pointer in the entire NBA without any doubt. So the same thing can happen to you in your own line of calling and your career. You can become the best of what you want to be if you are ready to put in the work. And putting in the work is building evidence through the resources you currently have before you. So I really hope that this was very beneficial and it was helpful to you. I would like you to join in every morning and evening as I go live, just to talk about personal development topics and how you can get better on a personal level. I remain your host, Lawrence Nkwocha. This is Formula for Everyday podcast. Like I mentioned, I go live every morning and evening, and I would like you to join in, engage. If you have questions, personal development topics you would like us to talk about, just to get better, just talk about these things and get better on a personal level, I would really appreciate it. So thank you very much for joining me today until I come your way again tomorrow morning. Bye for now.